Hey, it says I'm live. Hey, what's up? Come on in the room. Let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know where you're checking in from. Guys, let me know if you're catching the replay or catching me live. Listen, I won't be before you long. I just wanted to come on here real quick and share a little bit more about myself and why I decided to start my travel business. So come on in the room. I want to just kind of jump into that a little bit. I haven't talked about my why in a while. So I'm not going to worry about who's on and who's not. So I'm just going to kind of jump right in. Why I started my travel business. I feel like it's important to talk about it because many may think that it's just about travel. And at first, I did start it because, I do have a love for travel. That is definitely part of it, part of why I got started in the first place. But let me take you back to 2023. Okay. Many of you guys know that I am a real estate professional. I have been licensed in Georgia and had my real estate license since May of 2015. So I celebrated 10 years this year. And I also run a transaction coordinating business that I have had since 2017. So lots and lots of real estate experience, and I've had a great taste of running, being an entrepreneur, running my own real estate and TC businesses. But in 2023, y'all, we were hit with a really serious market shift. Okay. Interest rates were sky high. Buyers weren't buying, sellers weren't selling. And as a result, closings slowed way down just all across the board. And so did my income because my sales income as a real estate professional slowed down, but also you have to realize that all of the clients for my TC business are in the same cyclical, volatile industry of real estate. So that was really a wake-up call for me. I realized I could no longer just rely on one or two income streams that were linear, one or two linear income streams, especially in a volatile market. So when you think of linear income, you think of the fact that you have to trade in your time for money, the fact that if I get sick or if I can't close, or if if the buyers aren't buying and the sellers aren't selling, and I don't have any closings and my clients don't have any closings, then that's grand opening, grand closing, right? So linear, it really got me thinking about linear income and the fact that I needed to diversify. I needed something diverse, low risk, fast growing industry, and scalable. And so in walked the travel business, which was reintroduced to me because I had been introduced to the opportunity before back in 2016. And I said no. But this time around, it just made so much more sense. It was such a no-brainer for me because I needed something like this. You're talking about residual income, leveraged income. So that's when I decided, end of 2023, I decided to go ahead and launch this business. And at first, as a real estate professional, I was concerned about promoting this business because I was just like, oh, people are going to think that I'm flighty, I'm doing too much, I'm this or that. But then I realized that I'm not the only one who realizes that you need multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income is not flighty. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you're being consistent in your business endeavors. And so that's how I saw it. So I went balls to the wall in this business and I have not looked back. So when I decided to launch my business, at first I joined because, I'm already traveling. I enjoy traveling. I travel a lot. And I truly believe in getting paid for things that you're going to do anyway. But when I got involved and I dug deeper, okay, that's when I realized that this isn't just a little side income. This was a real opportunity for freedom. Documentation beats conversation every time. And so I started to attend events in our industry, our local events, and started meeting people in this opportunity and in this organization. And I began to see the evidence. I began to see, well, I already knew the person who I knew in the business. She was the first female in a business to surpass $100,000 a month in this opportunity. And it's so funny because she's the one who actually introduced me to the business in 2016 that I told no to. And I sat up there, and I watched her for 4 years. Like, it didn't look like that it was a lot of work from the outside looking in, but I just looked up one day in 2020 and she was a millionaire in this business. So when I knew her, so that was already evidence that I had. But as I started to meet more people, there are people who, she's a millionaire, but there's plenty of people who make six figures residually in this opportunity, $250,000, $500,000 a year residually. We have people that, they may just want to make, a couple $1,000s a month residually. So we run the gamut of what your idea of success is and what your ability is, as far as, the ability that you have to commit to this business, how much time you have to commit to the business. That's going to have a direct correlation in your goal. That's going to have a direct correlation in what you earn. So it runs the gamut in this company. So I saw this opportunity for freedom. I saw an opportunity that I can join, or that I can start a business for a $200 investment. None of my businesses, my real estate company, my TC business, my TC coaching business, all of those costed more than $200 to start. Real estate, you have to pay board dues, you have to pay your brokerage dues, you have to pay for your education, your license. With this business, your credentials are already there day one, and you train as you go. So that was amazing. Then for about $2 a day is the cost for overhead. Again, none of my businesses, my real estate business, my coaching business, none of those have that low of an overhead. Literally, it costs me more than $2 to open up my eyes every day, it feels like. So I know you can find $2 a day if it means that you can potentially earn unlimited income, right? So I love the fact that we get paid in multiple ways at multiple times of the month. So I get paid weekly checks through my efforts, as well as by leveraging the efforts of my team, of which I'm showing them exactly what to do. I get a monthly residual. On the 10th, I get a monthly residual payment. I love that because, again, I did something one time and I keep getting paid every month. I get paid a 10% match. Any agent on my team that books travel. I have an agent right now that has $3,000 in commission. The company is going to send me a 10% match on that agent's commission. So the agent is going to make 70% commission, and the company is going to send me 10%. So if she got $3,000, the company's going to send me $300 simply because I brought her into this business. Is that good or good? Like, come on now. So I love that. So I love the fact that the majority of the income that I get in this business is going to be leveraged or residual. The only linear income stream in this business that I do is when I book travel. So when I book travel, I have to book it in order to get paid a commission, right? But everything else is leveraged and residual. I love that. The only payment that I'm not getting, because we can get paid up to 10 checks a month. So the only one that I'm missing, that I'm working on, I'm halfway there, is the director's bonus. So when you become a director, you get a bonus at the first of the month. So when you become a one-star director, that bonus is $500. No questions asked. You're a one-star director. Every month you're going to get $500 bonus. And that goes up. We have up to 10 star directors. So 1 star is 500, and it goes up to like $150,000 bonus. My second line director, who I was telling you about earlier, that's a millionaire in the company, she gets, I want to say, either $10,000 or $16,000 bonus at the top of the month. This is before any of her residuals, any of that income. So do you guys see why I get excited about this business? It's possible. It's possible. Whatever you want financially out of the business, you can definitely get. And so I love that about it. Another thing that I love is that you can do it from anywhere. So any business that I do, so I created something called the Work from Anywhere movement 5 years ago when I started my TC coaching program. I am heavy on work from anywhere. I want to have the option to live anywhere. If I want to move abroad, I want to be able to do that. If I want to spend, long periods of time in other countries, I want to be able to earn my income. So that this opportunity gives as well. And what I also love is that, I'm used to having a laptop lifestyle. This is Wi-Fi lifestyle. You can do this whole business from your phone. So that's even better. And you can do it from the beach or the kitchen table, you name it. So I love that. So fast forward 2025, I'm almost halfway to director, guys. And I told you, when you become a director, you get that $500 bonus. And then my favorite part is our Planet Pledge. When you become a director, any of your residual and leveraged income that you have coming in every month, that will go to your heirs. So when I become a 1-star director in a couple of months, I will get a form to fill out, and I will be able to put down my family's information so that if something were to happen to me, they can still benefit from this business and still get my residual and leveraged income. So let me pause right there. I just want to speak to you out there. Am I looking in the right camera? Listen, I'm talking about the ones that have been DMing me, the ones that have been texting me, commenting that you need more info, asking me how it works, the ones that I've talked to, had conversations with, but you may not have been ready at that moment. Listen, I'm here. You can absolutely do this. Whatever reservation that you're having, knock it off. I'm here to help coach, train, and develop you. We also have a money back guarantee. So if it doesn't work out, you can definitely get your money back. You do not need a background in travel. You don't need a massive following. You don't have to learn everything first before you make money. This is an earn as you learn opportunity. There's a system that you plug in. It already works. It's duplicatable. Just follow. It's a big kids or adult game of follow the leader. That's all it is. Okay. So if you've been watching my journey, guys, and you feeling that tug, don't ignore it. Let's have a conversation. Seriously, I'll walk you through every step. You can make your phone your freedom tool and build something real, guys. Build a legacy for your family. This is something that can help you feed your family better. I don't care if you got a good job already. If for nothing else, this has the benefit of earning money on travel. But if you're business minded and you're money motivated, I don't see why you would not want to tell other people about this opportunity and then in turn be able to build a residual income stream. So if you're still curious, if you've been quietly watching me, y'all, you're just waiting for a sign, this is it. Okay, hit my DM right now, DM me the word travel or drop an airplane emoji below and I'll send you the info. Okay. And then we can maybe jump on a 10 or 15 minute call. There's no pressure. I owe it to you to present the information to you. I am not attached to whether or not you decide to take me up on this offer, but I need to do my part and let you know about this opportunity. Okay. Let's build an income that doesn't clock out when the market shifts, real estate professionals. Okay. Because if nothing else changes, nothing changes. And that's just real. All right. I'm going to get off of here. Again, let me know where you're checking in from. Make sure you DM me the word travel. I'm ready to get you this information. We have a lunch and learn this week. I have, a couple of information sessions I can send you to, or I can just jump on a call with you, whatever you want to do. Like literally, however I need to get this information to you, let me know. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.